Hey guys, today we are making air fryer roasted green beans in our foodie.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun.
Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I am Cris from recipes@crock.com.
And I am Mikey from recipes@crock.com.
He either forgot his line or his name. I'm not sure which.
The guy holding the cue cards dropped it.
Today for Foodie Friday, we have a super yummy recipe for you. We are making air fryer roasted green beans. This is for us low carb people, one of those yummy little substitutes for like French fries and those kinds of things, because it's much like our air fryer Brussels sprouts. It just has that kind of texture to it, especially straight out of the air fryer. And it's yummy on its own. It's yummy dipped in ketchup.
I had never, ever in my life, ever had a fried green bean before. And you know, like in the restaurants, you could even get like French fried green beans and stuff. Like, I'm like, that's weird. I don't do that. But I come in the door from doing something, and she's like, here, and she just jams this thing in my mouth, and I was so delighted. It is so good.
So what you're going to need, we have a couple tablespoons of lard. We're just trying to cover, kind of cover the bottom of our foodie here. If you are using a traditional air fryer, I would suggest you do this in a skillet on your stove, this step. But we have this on the saute feature, and I've melted a couple tablespoons of lard. If you made bacon in the morning, which, shocker,
I was just getting ready to ask.
We didn't this morning. I don't know why, but I know. But if we had, it would be, you could use bacon fat too. We just kind of want a really flavorful fat to help, well, fry up our green beans. Give them that kind of taste. So what I also have is I believe a 10-ounce bag. Let me double check that. A 10.8 ounce bag of whole green beans, frozen. So we're going to just dump them in here into our hot pot with the fat down in there. And to that, I am going to add, to taste, some freeze-dried garlic. I just usually put about a tablespoon. What's going to be really yummy about the garlic and then also the pimentos we're getting ready to add is they're going to have a nice caramelized kind of flavor to them. So what I want to do is I got a jar of pimentos. So this is like, for those of you not familiar, this is like the center of all your green olives. And it's just kind of yummy. It comes in a brine. We don't really want the brine, but we're going to take 2 tablespoons of it and kind of drain off as much of the juices as we can. We're not going to get real particular about it, but 2 tablespoons. The
more liquid that you pull out, because the frozen green beans are already going to have some liquid in there, some water that is going to come out. You're trying to fry these. You're trying to dry out the outside. You're doing a dry fry.
And if I didn't already say it, these are whole green beans, so they're not cut. Technically, I guess you could do it with cut, but I really like how this turns out.
I like the body of those full, full
so to beans. That, we're also, oh, that could have been bad. We're also going to add, to taste, garlic powder and onion powder. And I just kind of sprinkle it over until everything kind of has a little bit of it on it for each one of these. You go by what you particularly enjoy.
We love the garlic and onion, so really it's not going to matter for us.
And then we're going to salt this for the first time, just with a little bit of salt. And then at the end, after it's done, if it still needs more salt, we'll add some. So what we're going to do is cook this on the saute feature, if you're using the foodie, for just a few minutes until those green beans get glossy. They still have a little bit of that frozenness on there. You can see that, but we're just kind of softening them up for the fry. Now, what I want to tell you is I cheat on this. I don't get out my air fryer basket for the air fry feature. I learned this from my Brussels sprouts. It does get the Brussels sprouts slightly crispier when you use the air fryer basket because it lets the air kind of get everywhere. But what I like to do instead, because I like the surface area of having the whole pot to air fry in, is I just air fry it. Once I get done with the saute feature, I just air fry it as is. And then halfway through I stir it, or I might have to add a couple minutes at the end to get it a little bit crispier. But I don't care because it saves me time.
And it's one less dish that I have to wash.
Yes, because you wash all of our dishes, dear. Anyhow.
Maybe someday.
I'll remember that.
Oh, it smells so good
Yep.
right now.
So they're getting glossy. Again, they were frozen, so it's not going to be perfect by any means, but I'm about ready to add, I may add just a little bit more garlic because I like how that caramelizes up. But what I'm going to do, you can see how most of them have gotten glossy. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread them out as much as possible. Now, if you're using your air fryer basket because you want to get them really super, super crispy, go for it. If you're going to do that, dump everything out into a plate or something like that, and then you may have to go in batches to get, you just want a single layer no matter what you do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the saute feature. Because if I don't turn off the saute feature and I try to use my air fryer lid, it's going to yell at me and say, I think it says pot. Like it doesn't like what you're doing or something. Or it may say lid. I'm not sure. But anyhow, it yells. It doesn't like it. I need to
you grab the
get that.
Don't be cooking my GoPro.
So even though I have this turned off, because the pot's still hot, it's still kind of sizzling, and that's not a big deal. So I've got these all flattened out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the air crisp feature at 390, and I am going to cook this for 15 minutes.
At 390?
At 390. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is probably check it about the 10-minute mark, and I'm probably going to stir mine, especially since I'm not using the air fryer basket. And so we will see you back here at the end of 15 minutes.
In 3, 2, 1. Hey, guess what? We are back, and it's time.
All right.
It's time for some green beans.
So we cooked this at 390 for 15 minutes. We had about 5 minutes left. I stirred it. And then I looked at it at 15 minutes, and I decided to put it on for 3 more minutes. So I think that's just going to depend on, honestly, on your green beans.
And your slow cooker, or your Ninja,
your
whatever
air fryer, whatever you're using. So I would use 15 minutes as your kind of starting point, and then variate it from there. So this is what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Look at it sizzle.
This could even go a little bit longer depending on how crispy you want it. Like I said, since I'm not using the air fryer basket, mine isn't going to be as crispy as if you did use the air fryer basket. But I like the time saving. So I'm going to just put a few of these on plate here for us to enjoy. I'm going to try and get some of this caramelized
get some of
yumminess.
those pimentos are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, we're going to show you. Oh, I'm going to be a nice guy.
Get me a plate.
Get my wonderful wife a plate.
Now you can eat these with a fork, but I tend to eat them kind of like French fries.
Check this out, y'all.
They may need more salt too.
They just like green beans, right? Except, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's crispy. Yeah, I'll take just a pinch of salt. But they are so good. I mean, we could be more refined and eat these with a fork. Not in this house. Listen, Lena. They're crunchy. There's a little sweetness to them, probably because of those pimentos. Those flavors, the onion and the garlic. Oh my gosh, y'all.
It's a super yummy fry substitute. I would totally eat this with a burger. I would eat this with a steak.
I would eat that on a burger.
Or just as a yummy kind of roasted vegetable side. So it's completely up to you. But it's really good.
There's more too.
Yes.
That's cool. That's the best part. Hey y'all, if you like what you're seeing here, and trust me, you're gonna like this, make sure that you give us one of these down below. And also, if you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, make sure and hit the subscribe button down below. She's stealing my green bean, y'all. And also to know as soon as we put up a new video, make sure that you click the bell next to it called the
Ding-a-ling.
And most importantly, y'all, whatever you do, laugh often.
Eat good food.
I will. And speak life.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. It's so good. Get your own plate, lady.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link.